so back to Kristen Bell. We'll talk about her and a couple of the other big fan favorites. So Kristen Bell is probably like the most popular fan favorite for Joanna out there. I don't really know why, except for the fact that Kristen Bell has kind of like campaigned on Twitter. She's made it known that she would love to play Joanna. And I love Kristen Bell. I think she is amazing. But just in my head, I can't really picture her as Joanna. I wouldn't be crushed if she were cast, but in my head, she's definitely not Joanna Mason. But what do you guys think?
I mean, I've seen her. She was in Heroes, right? That's what I know her from.
And Veronica.
I thought she did a pretty good job. She played kind of a villain with a soft heart in Heroes. It was kind of you didn't know which side she was on. She was good. She had a great strength to her. My issue not with Kristen Bell, but with people who kind of hate on her because of the campaigning. I mean, most of the people, I don't even know, not most, but a lot of the people who are involved with the film are fans. I mean, Elizabeth Banks didn't campaign for the role on Twitter, but she called Gary Ross and, told him that she wanted the job. And the same with Donald Sutherland. So I don't think it's fair to hate on someone who's a big fan of the books and by all rights has every, qualification to be considered. It's not some random person setting up a website on the internet trying to raise whatever it is, knowledge, awareness, that they want the part. She's a good actress with real credentials, and I think she deserves, an audition. So don't hate on her because she's campaigning. I think if we were in that same position, I know I'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah, I agree. The only other real criticism that I've heard of her is her age. She is, I think, 31. But, you guys, she does not look 31, first of all. And secondly, as with Finnick, I feel like people forget that the actors playing Katniss and Peeta are 19 and 21 years old. So we can't really cast a 21-year-old as Joanna because she has to look older than Katniss and Peeta. Not that much older, but you guys know what I mean. Any other thoughts on Kristen Bell?
I like a couple of comments. Oh, yeah, go ahead, and then I'll share some tweets.
No, I just really like that she wants it. I mean, I love her and Veronica Mars a lot, and I think that she can play a really strong female character. She has in the past. And honestly, the reason I got on the Kristen Bell bandwagon is because she wants it. I just love that she's a fan, and it helps me identify with her. And, maybe I'd want to be in the film if I weren't such a terrible actress and, none of that. But she's a fan, and she is an actress, and I think that she would really do the part justice.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, that's why I kind of like her, too, is because she's such a big Hunger Games fan. Like, that's actually what really turned me off about all this talk about Jesse Williams. Like, I think in that interview they said that he was like, I don't know what a Finnick is, but I'll look into it. And that's really the wrong way. I mean, I kind of want somebody who already knows it and is just like, oh, my God, I have to have this role, So that's why I like her, too. And plus, like Shylah, I saw her on Heroes, and I really liked her.
Kait from Victor's Village has arrived. So, Kait, we would like to ask you, do you have any opinions on Kristen Bell as Joanna?
I don't know a ton of her stuff, but I really like that she is passionate, and I think it's a shame that people want to blame her for being passionate. But I think she, at the very least, deserves a shot. I know she's very good with that kind of angry humor sort of thing, but I don't know how she'd do with just the straight anger angle, but I would like to see her try.
No, I think it's a great point. I'll just come out and say I'm on the Joanna or Kristen Bell for Joanna bandwagon, and it's partly because she loves the Hunger Games, and maybe I have a soft spot for that, and I'll be open to criticism. That's probably not the right reason to pick someone.
Yeah, well, because here's my thing. You guys would probably never have come up with Kristen Bell as a possible Joanna if she hadn't been so vocal about wanting it. I don't really see anything about her that makes her stand out any more than, any actress out there. I love her, but I don't really see any qualities in her that I think would make her a standout Johanna. But yeah, I agree that it's ridiculous that people are criticizing her for quote-unquote campaigning. She hasn't even really been campaigning. I mean, it's not like she created like a twitition or something. But yeah, it's ridiculous. And then I did want to say one quick thing. There has been so much talk about how to pronounce Johanna's name. We're all saying Johanna. I know there are a lot of people out there that say Johanna. I watched an interview with Suzanne Collins, one of her Scholastic interviews, and she pronounced it was her reading of Mockingjay, actually. Excuse me, it wasn't an interview. And she in the reading said Johanna, I believe, like Johanna Mason. So I don't know. I'm really looking forward to Catching Fire coming out, because then we will finally know for sure how to pronounce her name. But I plan on saying Johanna for the remainder of this show. But we'll probably be proven wrong later. Anyway, so the other big fan favorite, like there's Kristen Bell in one corner, and then in the other corner is Naya Rivera, who plays Santana on Glee. And I don't know, there seems to be an obsession with trying to get Glee cast members in the Hunger Games franchise.
I can't imagine why that. What could be causing that?
I think that Naya Rivera is awesome, but I haven't seen her in anything outside of Glee. I don't know what her acting. I don't know the extent of her acting talent, because I don't really think that Glee is a very good gauge for that. Does anyone here feel strongly about Naya Rivera either way?
This is Kait again, and I just can't see it, because I feel like on Glee there are points where she plays just such an angry girl stereotype that it's really like jaunting. Like she has her softer moments on the show too, but it's just not what I see at all for Johanna.
She also looks really young.
She does. And I want to just say a quick point, something about the way characters look. Aldrin, you just tweeted a DeviantArt picture of Kristen Bell that made her look completely different. Where did you find that? Because
I looked up Johanna Mason on Google Images, and then that showed up.
That is an amazing picture. Like I think I might have just been even more sold in 1 second because of that shot. If you're wondering what we're talking about, look at Aldrin's tweet, and then maybe we can find one of Naya Rivera that someone's put together that makes her look Johanna-ish. But I mean, that it just goes to show you, if you have any doubts, and I saw a couple of people mentioning the hair color, and everyone has been very respectful, by the way. I want to applaud our listeners. Nobody said anything nasty, which is great.
Yeah.
But if Jennifer Lawrence is any indication, if Gail Hawthorne is any indication, played by Liam Hemsworth, or Josh Hutcherson, I think we've been down this road already that hair color is not an issue when it comes to creating the character that you want. So they easily can make Kristen Bell or Naya Rivera have exactly the shade of brown that Suzanne Collins envisions that Johanna should have from the books, assuming she's still actively involved. And I think we have every reason to believe that based on some really great fan-friendly comments from Francis Lawrence this week. So, I think if you're gonna be concerned, what I would say is focus on the acting ability and the overall look, that sort of thing. But don't be as caught up with particular hair colors and things like that, because I don't think that's necessarily an obstacle.